Hello, I'm Phú from Cryptsec PDF. Today I will be demoing the next two spec functional group. Last time I demoed the authentication, which is the login and sign in system functional group. Today I will be demoing the post creation and feed generation functional group. First, let me log into the website. What you will see when you first log in is the main feed, but I will talk about it later. Now I will be talking about the post creation first. And okay, to create a post, you hover over this button here, the plus icon. There's a create text on it, and when you click on it, there will be a pop-up, and you have your avatar here, and this is where you type your text, which is what we call a draft, and you can also add attachment in it, maximum 5 attachment and 5,000 character. So let me type something and add something real quick. Okay, I will read more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I try to add more than 5 pictures, it will warn me. And if I try, oops. Yeah, if I type more than 5,000 character, it will then say it's an error. When you let me talk about this. When you add an image, you can see that this is only a review, and this is a local review. Those are URL create object URL blocks. It's not uploaded yet to the cloud, and I can remove it with this X button. And if I check, and let me talk about more. And this, when you try to create a post, you need to either enter something, or you need to have an image in order to create a post. And only if when you have an attachment and you click post, you can see that. Let me try again so you can see it again. When you post, you can see that it's compressing and the image. That is let me explain in the flow. So for each image, two things will happen. First is there will be a client-side compression to the web page using a canvas page compressor, and then the compressed image goes to the Cloudinary service, which is where we use to store our images. And if our Cloudinary is down, it will fall back to page 64 inline, and only after all of the upload finish, it will send the final post API /v1/post request, and if everything success, the pop-up will close, and auto said that your post is live, like that. And the post appear the post will appear at the top of your feed without a page error, and that is React query catch invalidation. Okay, that's the demo. Now let's talk about the code. First is the component layer, and first is create post model. And we see the create post pop-up. This is the create post model component. Its key state is the graph, which is the text bending images, which is what the local review attachment yeah, it's the local review files that are chosen but not yet uploaded, and its loading is when the spinner loading state. Yeah, it's the loading state for the spinner. This is handle post submit, and this is the core. It will loop over pending attachments, compressing them and compressing images with client side with compressed image with client, and then upload to Cloudinary via upload media to Cloudinary, and it then collects the resulting URLs, and it will call the mutation. Wait, this is the fallback, the inline fallback if Cloudinary files false. The mutation calls create post from our API layer, and when successfully reset the draft, revoke the API, revoke the object URLs, and to avoid memory leaks, and invalidates the post query key so that the feed refetches and show a success thought. Next, let me talk about the compressor. This is the client-side images compression. Before going to the Cloudinary, it draws the image onto a off-screen Canva. It goes to this function, and it will go into this function draws the image onto an off-screen canvas and export as a WebP here, and at a configurable quality. This happens entirely in the browser, and no server CPU spent on images processing. And next is the API layer. Here, gray post is thin. It's only called post slash API slash v1 slash post with JSON body, and the con header attaches the JWT token from just stand of store, and that's all the front end nodes. Next is the backend route. Okay, so on the backend, the post handler is mounted at slash API slash v1 slash post vexpress, and the require of middleware ensures that we have a login user, and it then validate the body with gray post request schema. Validate runs this right here will run the job validation, and to ensure that the content, the draft does not exceed 5,000 characters, and the attachment max is 5 images, and the post must have either content or attachment attached, or it could be a report. Next is the service layer. And the gray post the create post function, the create post service, to be exact, runs inside a database transaction, and it handles two cases. A single post object or a batch of posts in post array, in a post array format. For each post, it will then insert a row into the post table with the author where is it? Yeah, with the author ID, and the content and the optional parent ID for reposting, for threading. So it then it will insert attachment rows into post attachment, and with the URL type and size. And going back to the route after the post is created, it will then call the extract hashtag and sync. This will scan the post content for such hashtag pattern and update the trending hashtag table. You can see here that's the hashtag and trending. Yeah, and finally it is share schema. And the share schema, this validation schema lives in /share, so that between the front end and back end create post request schema is a dot union. So either a single post or a patch, and each pod can have a single can have optional content, optional attachment, and optional parent ID for reply chains, and optional repost of ID. The backend will trust this after dot validation component. This is the component interaction summary of the post creation. So the post method, when you click on it, there will be a model, and you enter a draft pending attachment, and it's sorting, and then the handle post submit will handle after you click post, the image will then be compressed, and then using image compressor upload it to the Cloudinary, and then the post. Only after all that is done, then the post message response will be sent, and in those the backend will validate if you are a user if you are logged in or not, and then validate the body if the body is empty, or if there is no text, or no text and no attachment. If the post is okay, then we change the DB and extract the hashtag and sync. Okay, that's all for the create post. Next is the feed generation. The feed generation has two feed modes, for you and the latest. And first, let me talk about latest. It's about time of chronological. Yeah, every post newest first. If so, every post and the newest first. No personalization, and clicking the tab deleted here. Navigate to /latest, which re-render the homepage. Re-render the homepage. With feed type equal latest, that will trigger the list feed latest, which hits get /API/firewall/post type latest. I will show that clear when we talk in the code. Next is for you. This is the personalization, and how the algorithm works is that for now I only testing with myself, but if I repost this, for example, and I refresh this will become at the top because it has currently it has the highest score, and the score system we'll talk in the call later, but it is related to which user you are interacting with, and how many hot comment repost the post have, and is a post new. Yeah, that's how those are accounted. This is also a infinite scroll with it uses the infinite query with query key post feed type to load all the posts infinitely. This is outside of a functional group that I will be demoing in this, but you can hold shift and scroll your mouse to view all images. If the author of that post multiple images, you can do that, or you can click on the post to see all the images. And each post is rendered by feed post item, and in there you can see the author avatar, their display name, and the timestamp, the timestamp that the post was post, and there also a expandable text, which is to read more if the content of a post is too long, and you click it to see all of the content of the post, and you click it to make it so less. Okay, let me go into the code implementation. First, let me go to the component feed post item. Actually, let's go to the home pages first. Okay, so the home page takes a feed type takes a feed type property of for you or latest, and it will call infinite query is with query key post feed type to generate the infinite scroll effect. The query function is list feed with feed type and page param. It will then get next page param. The get next page param also read last page next cursor. Where is the flat map? Flat map. Wait, I'm blind. This is the flat map. All pages are flattened into a single post array with data pages, not flat map. This is what we map over in the render. And next is the API layer. list what so ABI interaction list feed. The list feed will query column type latest is for you if it latest or if it's for you and the optional cursor, it will call the get slash ABI slash one slash v1 slash post type equal for you and cursor equal dot 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 dot. The response set is item post response and next cursor string null. On to the backend route. The backend route is a get handler. The get handler feed query schema. The get handler is the traffic director. It passes the query with feed query schema, and then there are 3 branches, and branch 1 is the for you, and the user is login. No, why not say the is for you and the user is login. It will call list for you feed and to list all the personalization posts, and if the personalization fail, it will fall back to the latest chronological degraded. And if the user is not login, meaning that your guest, it will call the list popular feed it to you list post with engagement and recency, so no affinity with any user. To mention again, affinity with a user is when you interact with a user, a post of the user, you like, you repost, you comment on the post. That's in the interaction between user. And the last branch is the latest. As I just loading post with the latest time. And the feed services. List for you. The list for you feed. This is where my call. It will fetches all the active posts with engagement, and then calls unwrap repost or to inline reposit content. Then it will fetches the viewer reaction, interaction, and content history to build an interaction map between users. And list popular feed is just the same structure, but instead it passes an empty interaction map. So score post get affinity 0.0 for every author, making it poorly popularity ranking. And the enrich post list is used by the latest path. For each post row, it will resolve the repost to the original content and count likes, comments. Check if the viewer liked or reposted it, and attach the media attachment. Okay, let me talk about the ranking 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 algorithm, and the which is the hard up for you. This is a purely a function module. There will be three scores that combine into one, and the weight. So the first weight is the affinity is 0.5, 0.5, and it shows how often the viewer has interacted. No, not the viewer, the user. The user has interacted with this author by liking and commenting and reposting. The engagement of a post is the total number of likes, comments, and reposts on the post, and it is capped at 100. And recency is the time decaying factor. So it's the time decay of it is 48 hours. So so that the post from the newer post will have more points. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And for why we kept the engagement at 100 is to prevent the viral post completely dominating other posts. So we are like giving other posts a chance to be at the top too. So that is our strategy to to counter the new post and the trending post. Yeah, that's the word. Next would be the component, the card component in the front end feed post item. This component renders a single post. It fetches the user profile avatar and the author, not the user, the author profile for the avatar, display name, and manage local state for like and like count to enable optimistic update. This is the optimistic like. So when you click like, it will immediately flips like and adjust the count, and then you will call the toggle wait, where is it? Đây. It will then call the toggle reaction mutate, and on success it will reconcile with the server's actual like count, and if on error it will just draw back to the previous state, and it will also update the stack queries cache directly via set queries data. So the state would persist across feed re-render. So like here, when I click it, it is state 1, and when I re-render, it's still 1. And it's like across repost, right? And when I click it, click it again, you can see that it's no longer like. I think that's all. Okay, lastly, the component interaction summary of this feed generation. You will be at the home page first, right? And you will then have the infinite query to have infinite scroll, and it will load your feed based on the type of feed you want for you or your latest. It will get that API for you, and that type of post for you. It will pause the schema to check if you which brand are you in, and if it's for you and you are a logged user, it will load your personalized feed, and uh, and in that personalized feed, there will be a algorithm behind to calculate which is most suitable for you, and the next branch is for you, but you are not logged your guest. It will list the popular feed, which is there's not just the regular trending, but no affinity with any authors. And lastly is the latest. It just fetches the latest post, and in those the feedbox item is a post. Each of them contain a user profile, the author. It will get the author avatar, display name, and all kind of desktop to display, and optimistic like line, and query client for catch consistency. And that's all for the current demo, for this demo. Thank you for listening.